Yo, 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 yo.
Sugo ni mama.
Unsa?
Away was yun. And wala ako one game tapos. Amerika lang ako sugo ni mama.
Unsa makadula lang kag one game?
One game sa ko tapos mahawa ko na 30 minutes. Kaya sugo ko ni mama.
Kay. Alakaw sa dito, kuan nga mag-break sa ako bathroom break. Ha?
Nya na lang.
Tawad gamay. Ila naka-start naman po kong stream. Tanaw lang ko games.
This must be the battle song of the Netherlands era. The battle that was truly in the bag.
The battle is ours. Victory is assured. This one is in the bag.
Oh, Morty. Oh, it's about to start, Morty. Who's that blowing the horn? Did somebody stop blowing that horn?
First blood. It was ours all along.
Radiant's courier got killed! You know all that stuff he was carrying?
Always glad to have a dragon by my side.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack!
What have we here?
Nice try.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The wages of fear.
Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, cause Radiant just fortified their structures!
No.
Missing middle.
Dire's
Invisibility.
top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Dire's bottom tower's under attack.
Great ones prosper.
Stupendous! Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh, Dire, you gotta fortify them, their structures. Good work. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my.
Dire's top tower is under attack. I wonder what they're gonna build where Dire's top tower used to be.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh boy, Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That force field leads me to believe that Dire just fortified their structure. Level up a dub-dub!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Way to go! Radiant's bottom tower is completely gone. Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant just fortified their structures. You know what I'm talking
Dire's
about?
top tower is under attack.
Double damage!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Curse of winter on you.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's middle Watch out! It's a killing spree! Double kill.
Oh, jeez, he's dominating!
Oh, Dire's carrier just got killed.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack!
Invisibility.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack!
Double kill. Oh, man.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack! Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack!
Stupendous.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack!
Shadows, take us.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack!
Oh boy, killing spree. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh my god! Four!
Wubba
Four
lubba
in a
dub
row!
dub.
He's now dominating! He's dominating, Rick!
Oh, Morty. Uh-oh. You better hold on to your hat because now it's a
triple
mega
kill.
kill. That's 5, baby. 5. There's no accident anymore. This isn't an accident now. Morty.
Radiant's
who
middle
was that?
tower is under
Whoa,
attack!
it's got
Pretty
a
tight.
little
Ultra kill
Dire
in here!
structures are fortified.
Hey, jeez, this is some wicked sick stuff! Rick, this is just wicked sick shit! Radiant's middle tower just got
There's a
wrecked!
time and a place.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack! Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack! Oh, Radiant's middle tower is destroyed! Radiant's middle tower is under attack! Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Jeez, Radiant's middle tower just got wrecked. Oh boy. Radiant's middle barracks are getting attacked.
I'm marking this in my journal. This is a day to remember. There was a monster kill.
Radiant's middle barracks are as good as gone. Radiant's middle barracks are getting hit.
Are you ready to rumble?
Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, Dire's courier got killed. Are you kidding me? Weak.
Whoa! They just killed Radiant's courier. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Man, you might as well save that energy because Radiant just fortified their structures.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Your numbers mean nothing. Shadows take us.
I'm over here.
Double kill. Oh, man.
Wages of fear.
Double damage.
Go, go. Killing spree. Oh, everyone bow down. Oh, the accident. It's an accident, I bet.
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's middle tower is destroyed. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's middle tower is destroyed. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. What's the matter with you? Dire's bottom tower is destroyed. Those little rascals are hitting Dire's bottom tower.
Spirit!
Oh crap! Radiant's Ancient's under attack! Hey, just so you know, Radiant's Ancient's under attack. You know, that could really seal the deal. All right, Radiant just wiped out the Roshan guy. Radiant's Ancient is under attack. Hey, just so you know, Radiant's Ancient's under attack. You know, that could really seal the deal. Oh crap! Radiant's Ancient's under attack. Oh, Radiant's top tower is destroyed.
The prize is mine.
Thanks.
Blessings.
Invisibility.
Uh, 10 seconds to pick your hero, you moron.
You better pick your hero. 5 seconds.
la serie de torneos competitivos.
Да. Но это учет переигровок.
Pra dar aquele sustain adicional.
Go, Dire Team! Pick him up! Pick him out!
Ну, ту саму Мірецьку ти пропонував, можна якраз
You
і...
really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. It's left now.
Radiant team pick. Radiant team, you gotta pick him right.
Dire Team pick.
Storm Spirit.
Radiant team ban.
Puck.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine. Oh, Dire Team ban.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero.
Yeah, 5 seconds left now.
Whew, Radiant team ban.
You really got to pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left.
You better pick your hero. 5 seconds.
Entire team ban. Uh, 10 seconds to pick your hero, you moron. 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Radiant team pick.
Uh, 10 seconds to pick your hero, you moron. Yeah, 5 seconds left now. Come on, Dire Team, pick it good.
Vengeful spirits.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero. You better pick your hero. 5 seconds.
Можливо, якась нага, якщо вже ми йдемо по ілюзіоністам, можна з нею спробувати.
Choose your hero.
I've talked to with other people that are pro players, Synderen, not including you, of course, because you're not a pro player anymore, is that picking Storm early is not that big of a deal because you can't really counter it, right? It'll come out of lane and have enough farm to, you know, at least bounce back worst case scenario. So that's probably a big reason. Then you can just open up the draft like to pick Arteezy hero last or something like that. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. So I understand that, but continuing to do it over and over is strange, I will say. And we'll end it there because there is no Storm Spirit in this game. I don't know if you noticed.
We're a good 3 minutes in. Let's talk about what picks are in the game. Abed's playing Void Spirit this game.
Yeah, he sure is. That's the brother of Storm Spirit, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, we could... Actually, that's true. So let's talk about the relationship between Void and Storm, so we can talk about Storm a little bit more. Let's not do that. Okay, so... Interesting for BetBoom in this game, they're choosing to play AA in position 4. I think this is a pretty uncommon place to put this hero. You know, usually you see AA as a 5 just because the hero is, let's be real, 75% is about the ult, and you're going to get that regardless, and you don't really get scaling items that do a lot for your ult. But it's that or Grim, and they might feel like there's more value in having a bit of net worth on it, because they're like both in kind of a similar situation, right? Both of those heroes. I would say Grim scales better with net worth in general, but it's not a particularly good Grim game to get net worth in. Like, there's no amazing Ags target.
Wraith King's pretty decent.
It's decent. Yeah, you know what? Actually, it might still have been better.
I mean, because even if you don't, obviously you don't go Radiance anymore on Wraith King, but like even this an AC or something like that for the late game, it's going to be pretty value to have.
And I suppose they could still choose to play the AA5, just play it on Force Major in the offlane, right? They could still give Soneko farm priority. It's probably it's what's naturally going to happen.
Storm record this week. First spear of the game into the trees. Position 5, Viper, Dunzo.
Yeah.
So BetBoom on the board first. Of course, a lot of those Storm losses are EG, so it's a little bit misleading, I would think.
Let's
Probably
talk
above
about
a 50%,
Storm.
right? Yeah, Storm Spirit, very good hero, though, apparently. But yeah, back to your point. So AA, I assume that he's going to end up being the 5 event.
Yeah. So
this doesn't make sense to get farm on.
Even if it's played by their usual position 4 player, AA struggles to find farm as a support in general.
Yeah.
So Soneko is probably going to find his as a 5 Grim anyway by just pushing waves with Stroke of Fate and getting assist gold with his King Swell, right? Oh, top lane.
Yeah, Crit making transition over. He gets the snowball off, looking for notice. Oh, but the Ice Shards miss. Very rare miss for Crit. He is one of the best Tusks in the world for sure. Is Force Major able to TP out? So ends up wasting some time here for EG.
Speaking of Tusk, some hot news. Did you see that the Tusk King FY is back on IG?
I did.
Yeah.
That was really close though. That almost felt like it should have blocked him in, but did not. I mean, the other thing, and the panel kind of talked about it, how CK and AA are kind of known as this old school combo. Did they feel like they just wouldn't be able to kill Nightfall with that?
Yeah, you can't reliably get a long enough stun with Chaos Bolt to snap the cold feet. So Timber can always just chain away and not take the snap. And even if he does take the snap, it's just too tanky. I think it's better to... I like this lane combination of putting the AA top with the Mars because that's where you get full value out of your cold feet. Because if a spear hits, you have a lot of damage between these two heroes and you get that combo stun. And now instead you can have Grimstroke bottom, who arguably offers a little bit more in the defensive aspect for the Chaos Knight against Timber. I wonder what the Hawk is going to do though when Timber hits 6, because as the panel talked about, this should be a fairly easy lane for Timber. That means Tusk will rotate away and Nightfall will out-level the CK. And once Chakram starts coming up, I don't know if you can sustain this even with 3 points in Chaos Strike as CK. You might have to evacuate.
They were scanning. They have an idea this is happening. As Notice is going to die in the top lane, but we're checking this. Oh, Abed sees that the tree has been cut down, and the Hawk is in a lot of trouble. TPs are coming in, but the Aether Remnant connects to Assimilate to follow. Do they have enough damage to actually finish him off? Doesn't look like it. Snowball is actually going to connect, though, just barely, as Crit trying to 1v1 the Hawk, but it's not working out too well for him. But finally, Nightfall comes in with a Whirling Death, so it's a 1-for-1. Abed, barely any HP to work with, but the Astral Step is available.
There's a job opening.
And it looks like he's going to use that to full effect to take out Soneko. Force Major. Looks like he'll be fine on the cover of the tier 1, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor of EG.
Very close call there. It was a good...
Whoa, killing spree.
Oh, gonna drop double kill for Nightfall. Disaster start for Betboom.
Super clutch. The fact that they actually choose to go for that knowing that Puck has the counterplay shows a lot of confidence that Crit was going to save that situation. If he doesn't get that snowball off, they lose the Void Spirit. They might lose more, because I think Laurel had enough mana in the tank to go for its secondary kill.
Is he getting another kill here? Inkswell is there. They have the Phantom's Embrace, so Abed has to be careful. Jerax gets a little poke shots, but nothing more will come. Yeah, that was amazing coordination. Obviously, Crit Snowball. We talked about it. One of the best Tusk in the entire world. And he's showing it there. Missed the early shards, but makes up for it big time with that snowball. Sure.
And the good news here for EG, aside from obviously getting these kills now, is that you've got Timber to this point of, I'm not going to call it critical mass yet, but he's on the way. That once he gets a hood completed and starts building, I would imagine, a Lotus Orb in this game, the Radiant are going to struggle to find ways of killing him, especially with a Tusk save behind. And if there's one thing that you love to play with Timber, it is playing, like, not over-aggressive, but, you know, as aggressive as possible. There's a lot of leeway in this game, aside from AA ult, so if you can somehow handle that, you can do a lot of work. It was specifically picked as a counter, though. Right. Keep that in mind. They opted for that.
Despite this, you can see in terms of just the net worth alone, Laurel is a decent amount ahead of Abed versus that Void Spirit. But the top two net worths are on EG's side. Is Arteezy on the Wraith King, starting to hit this tier 1 tower. They do this quite a bit where they transition over with Arteezy to try to take this tier 1.
Yeah.
It feels like, I want to say every game that I remember they've been doing this. Very standard play from them.
Wraith King's a great hero to do this with as well. If you do want to rotate a hero mid from the carry position to push that tower, a Wraith King with Armlet and Vampiric Spirit ready is very good, because like the turnaround trade that Betboom can get here is, it's a lot of a riskier play to take because there is the second life on Wraith King in particular, aside from every other carry in the game. So they're just going to give this up. They feel like they can't fight into these numbers and they can't fight into these strengths of the enemy team. Both of their supports are only level 4 and 5, so you don't have Ice Blast.
Noticed, he gets the tier 1 top, and it might cost him his life. Taneko's here with the Inkswell and Phantom's Embrace. Notice continue to get chased, but Abed misses the Assimilate. The Mars Arena not going to be used to full effect. It is a relatively low cooldown, so not that big of a deal. Abed laughing that off. Yeah, EG, they, based on the games that I've seen so far, they're looking better. And of course, Betboom, a team that we didn't have that much information on because they only played, what, 3, maybe 4 series in that Eastern European bracket. They've split every series and have looked pretty good as Coil applied to Abed. You see the Viper Strike from Jerax is here as well. He's going to get stuck, though, Abed is, and bursted down easily. It's going to be a trade for the support, though. Betboom happy with that.
That's kind of good news for Betboom, then, that they managed to kill Abed in this Coil while missing Ice Blast. I think it didn't even clip the... what's it called? The effect that you get on you. The Frostbite? Did you call it that? Let's call it that, but that's also a Crystal Maiden spell.
Crystal Maiden's in the game? Great.
Oh, she'll be picked this major, I'm sure. At least once or twice.
Are you talking about the Shatter? Are you talking about AA?
Yeah, so Shatter is when you break, right? But the effect you get on you until you shatter is called Frostbite, right?
It's Frostbitten.
Frostbitten.
You can't say Frostbite. It's copyrighted.
Oh.
Frostbitten. Interesting. Hey. To know?
I don't think CM can sue AA because she doesn't exist.
All right, just remember, in 3 months, I'm going to give you a trivia question on what that ult effect is called, Cinder.
Yes. Yes, you will.
As we have the pig pole used by Abed. They're smoked up right now. EG sporting a 1k net worth lead, so very, very even game. Good news for them, though, the Timbersaw is top net worth, which is where you want him to be at this stage of the game.
But I do think you make a good point about the Void Spirit, right? Like, Abed had a couple of very successful moves, but I think EG really shines when Abed is ahead of the curve because he does so much playmaking for them. So even with these early successful kills, his farm has definitely suffered. Like 54 CS min at 12 on Void Spirit is not that great. You compare that to the Puck's 93.
Yeah.
And Laurel has also managed to be involved despite, I mean, he didn't get the same... He didn't get equally good outcomes on the bottom fight, but he got that kill mid, and that puts him in a good position. So, yeah, it is looking good for EG, but the gold distribution is a little bit worrying for me. I think Abed would like to be 500 to 1k net worth higher here, and then maybe take a little bit out of the pie from either Timber or Wraith King to get there.
Well, EG went hunting, but they're going to find nothing. Jerax forced to defend this bot tier tower, tier 1 tower. So AA ult, we haven't really seen it hit, but obviously good against Wraith King for the lifesteal and Timbersaw for that reactive armor.
twice.
Oh, they're gonna go on RTC here. Coil.
Coil expended. Of course, he still has reincarnation to work with. Nobody's really close, though. They're on their way. This is going to take a while, so that's life number 1 for Arteezy. AA Blast coming in. It connects on top of the Mars Arena as well, so that's going to be an easy cleanup crew for BetBoom as they tip Arteezy.
And the reason they go for this play, BetBoom.
Look at the lack of TPs there. That's a cool graphic.
BetBoom have really good vision. Like, look at the map. They have these 4 wards placed, so they have so much information. They're like, this Wraith King is alone. Like,
yeah,
we cannot let him do this. And this might, from an observer perspective, it might look really stupid, like from EG to just get caught there in the Wraith King. But you have to remember, a lot of the times these plays work because the enemy team don't know what's behind and they don't go for the play, and Arteezy maybe just gets the tower while they're farming somewhere else and they get a massive efficiency gain.
Yeah.
But the vision from BetBoom here, really crucial for them to make that play call. It's intimidating to go on a Wraith King there if you don't know where his team is, right? But
for sure.
There's no concern because they saw multiple heroes on ward.
They called the bluff, as we say.
Absolutely, that's exactly what they did. That did feel like a bluff.
And, I mean, you see that basically every game as position 1s, right? Where you're kind of putting yourself in harm's way, but you just assume that the enemy assumes that your allies are nearby.
Yep. It's always a thin line you're treading as a carry a lot of the time. You really want to get as much farm as possible, but that extra wave or that extra tower damage sometimes is very risky. They're actually just going to go for him again here with the smoke, knowing that Reincarn is down.
Yeah, but he is back
Mars Dagger.
a bit. Yeah, the Inkswell is going to connect. Spear is ready to go, but the Ice Blast is there. And they should be able to get this kill again.
Goodness, that
Look
is
at that for Arteezy. 3 TPs up.
His entire lead is gone now. This is basically going to be CK catching up, who was about 1K to 1,500 net worth behind.
Yeah.
And he's going to neutralize that.
No, Jerax? All right. Not sure if they see him, but they're going to go for Nightfall instead. Chaos Bolt to start things up. And the Arena. Spirit's going to connect on the Tusk first. He's going to die relatively easily. Now they're going to try to follow this up. A nice Soulbind onto 2. Do they have enough to actually kill the Timbersaw? It looks like that is the case. So he falls. That is the top net worth in the game, down for another 33 seconds. Spear connects on Jerax, and a 3rd easy kill for BetBoom. I mean, this game started out EG favored big time, but BetBoom have come back with a vengeance.
Really nice spell casting there from BetBoom. The way they managed to, obviously it's a great arena, right? That's what really stands out. But Soneko, awesome Inkswell, great silence as well. Tusk was not having an impact in that fight. Like, you're going to see here, Crit's going to try to come in to save Nightfall. There's the arena. And then out of this arena, I believe he's soulbound, so he can't snowball, like you said, right? And then the Phantom's Embrace comes out on Jerax. There's no Viperal. Nice, nicely done.
Arteezy, Reincarnation is still not up. I think he's hit by the Ice Blast. He might, no, he's actually gonna die off camera. Oh man, that is rough. It will be a trade for the Mars. That's the 3rd death for Arteezy in just like 3 minutes. That is very unfortunate if you're an EG fan. Force Major, if he can maneuver himself into the fog, and Jerax doesn't see him, but Nightfall cuts down some trees. So they do get 1 core, 1 support, but it's again for the position 1 Wraith King.
All right, Shannon, I'm going to give you this is not a trivia, okay? It's a you need to guess here.
Okay.
What level is Abed and what level is Laurel? If you had to just guess.
Well, you're going to have to hold that thought because they're going on top of Nightfall right now. The high fives are there. He is stunned perpetually.
Hello? Can anyone
And
hear
brought
me?
down again. Second death for him. Okay, what was the question?
What level is Abed and what level is Laurel? If you had to guess just based on how the game has progressed so far. I would like
12 for Laurel and 10 for Void Spirit.
All right, you're right about the distance between them, but like this is a
13 and 11.
It's a full 2-level difference between the mid laners minute 17.
Yeah.
And this is Abed, who's 3-1 and 3, right? So he's definitely been involved and been successful. But Laurel's
kill Jerax again. Soneko looks like he might live through this. In fact, the snowball on the 2. No snowball for you. Gets off the Walrus Punch, but again the Void Spirit dies. EG are crumbling now. BetBoom looking extremely impressive after the rough start to this game.
They're getting mad value out of the Grimstroke, let me tell you. Another great Soulbind there. And keep in mind, we haven't talked about this, but Phantom's Embrace, for me, is one of the single best spells in the entire game against Timbersaw. Like, it's so annoying. You throw out your Chakram, you disarm yourself, you get silenced, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally just sitting in the full silence. This was not the case here, right? Where he already is dead on the sidelines. But that Soulbind crit can't get the snowball off to save Abed. They both get killed within that arena. So, very good spell casting as well. And you look at BetBoom's lineup, this is kind of reminiscent of how the CIS region used to play years back, right? Like there was this phase where In Western Dota, CIS was always picking tons of stun, tons of spell burst, hero combos that could kill, and the teams from NA or the teams from Western Europe would play perhaps some more in the way of hard carry, perhaps more defensive lineups, split push, this kind of stuff. This is just... This way of playing right now is so good, and these players, a lot of them have to be very, very comfortable with this. Obviously, not exactly veterans in that sense, aside from Saneko and Dahak, who've played a lot of competitive Dota. The others are fairly new to the scene, actually very new, all three of the other guys. But the CIS region's always been known for like really good spell casting with stuns in fights, right? And skirmishing and just hunger to fight. You're just seeing it in these games. Like BetBoom, all the games, how many games do we cast with them? I think this is the third individual game we see.
Yeah.
They're just fighting a lot. They love just going for these stuns, going for fights, and it's paying off. EG are just not ready for the tempo that they're bringing. No, they're going to take that.
Dota for them is the Hawk inside the pit. Question is, will EG realize this is happening? And if they do, will they even try to contest?
This is a hard fight for them to take.
Yeah, they're not close.
Arteezy's got 100 gold to go to get his BKB, so really doesn't want to get involved with anything right now. And man, again, I know I'm coming back to it a lot. Abed is just not... He's just not rich, man. Should have picked Storm.
Oh, wow, look at this camera view. That is sexy. Beautiful.
Do you also... I feel like whenever I see the map upside down, I just get uncomfortable. Okay, maybe not actually uncomfortable, but it's weird. It's weird looking at the map from another angle.
You get used to it eventually.
Is that how you play? Do you just like...
I play in portrait mode when we're zoomed in. It makes me feel like I'm playing.
You might be really, really good at the game then. If you play like that.
Upside down was technically what they just showed here.
Marl?
Yeah. Oh, Waning Rift to start things out. Oh, can't even do anything for Fred. Mars Arena again. Soulbind onto 2. Doesn't look like Abed can do too much within this. He gets off his Yule Scepter though. But already Nightfall is dead, and really the only trade is going to be Saneko. So it's a 1-for-2. The buyback onto the touch though. You can see Abed getting extremely low. Gets off the Dissimulate. Creates a little bit of distance and dodges the spear. So will live as a result, but that cost them a buyback, and all they get is the support. They even get the Aegis.
Yeah, they were close to killing Noticed on the Mars, but got saved by Saneko going in aggressively there with the Inkswell. If they don't address that problem immediately, they lose multiple heroes. They do still end up losing the Timber, and you gotta wonder, is this the right build for the game, right? He went Kaya Sanj. It does allow the, it makes Ice Blast run out faster, which I think is a big part of the reason he buys it for the status resistance, right? I just don't know if it's enough, man. Like, maybe you need something so that the enemy team can't even go on you to begin with. Like, BKB could have been an item this game. You could have gone Lotus Orb to be tankier. The Kaya Sanj is a nice jack-of-all-trades item, but I really am looking at the way these fights are going, and I feel like a BKB would have gone a long way for Nightfall in that last engagement if you had that instead of this.
Well, EG have now smoked up. And we'll see if they're able to find anything. The Hawk, that is the Aegis carrier, so they're going to try to ignore him. He pops the BKB. You can't ignore that damage. The Snowball actually not used to save the Viper, so that's a 1-for-1 to start, but they do get the Mars. So EG off to a decent start here. The Inkswell ends up going off, and the Hawk just focusing his sights onto Nightfall. And that is going to be another kill. Wait, he actually Timber Chains away. Can they actually find him? They finally do. Double kill for Laurel. And Abed tries to Astral Step away, but he's in the arms of Force Major now. Gets the Yules off his Laurel. Doesn't have the Blink Dagger or anything like that to close the gap. So they do find the Aegis at the very least, but still, EG. I mean, we talked about how Nightfall was basically unkillable at the beginning stages of the game, but now he's died. I believe this is 3 deaths for him, if not more. 4 deaths now, goodness.
Yeah, they're getting massive value out of Ice Blast, I think. And it's not even necessarily like these massive hits on 2 or 3 targets, as long as they just get it on the right guy. EG's one save is Snowball. And keep in mind there, the Ice Blast actually missed, but it forced crit to Snowball the Viper. And that means the 2 supports get snowballed into the enemy team, and they don't have the Snowball save for a core. So
did he? I don't think he snowballed the Viper.
I'm pretty sure they dodged the A ult entirely, but it just doesn't matter. Like, he came out of the snowball, died instantly anyway because he's a 5 Viper with 500 health or something. And then Crit's position is compromised, and you can't save the other guys when they get jumped. So
yeah, not looking good for EG as BetBoom have executed extremely well in the fight here. Let's see. I could have sworn that he snowballed without actually clicking on the Viper here. Okay, he finally did at the end. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Radiant's
but like you see, what can they snowball on, right? They're snowballing into Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
So Like, I understand, it's just instinct there for Tusk to do that, but I actually think you shouldn't save your 5 Viper from the spell combo. Jarex needs to not be out of position, be caught first, and then you have to save the snowball for a higher priority hero. Because the Viper doesn't offer that much in these fights, to be honest. Like, a big part of the reason EG picked it was for the break. We haven't really seen that have much effect. They didn't really win the Viper lane. It was more the other lanes that went very well for them. So far this Viper 5 has been pretty unimpressive for me this game.
Yeah, has definitely not worked out yet. And that's the thing. I mean, as a support Viper, if you don't get value early, do you find it later? Is that something you can even change?
It needs to be a really good break game for that to be worth it, right?
You have one hero that break. Well, I guess CK kind of.
Yeah, this hero, it doesn't scale well as a support, in my opinion. It scales well as a core, but Viper is kind of awkward as a support in the sense that you need to. How do you even put this into words? Do you know what I mean when I say, like, he gets half value out of net worth compared to other supports somehow? Does that make sense?
Sure.
It's like your base hero, the way it works, it doesn't offer enough in the way of fights in terms of like save or damage or control compared to other 5s. Like, let's say a Grimstroke and a Viper both have 5k net worth. Who do you want? You know? But if they both have 10k, maybe the Viper's actually really good.
EG want to continue to fight here. Snowball coming in. They're actually punching the CK. He's extremely low. But pops the BKB. The Inkswell heals him to a high degree as well. Margarina blocking everybody in as the Hawk trying to reset, but 2 lost already for EG. Make it 3. And this is completely awful for them. And now Arteezy going to get surrounded, pinned to a tree, and brought down in quick succession. So 4 dead for EG, and again, Backboom lose nothing.
Great reaction from them. Just, if the Hawk doesn't get burst, the fight is just lost, right? They commit so many spells on him. He pops BKB, and he just turns around and hits. EG's lineup doesn't have very good damage when he's in BKB. Wraith King hasn't itemized damage. Arteezy has Blink, Armlet, BKB.
I mean, they're continuing to fight as well. They're looking for fights.
He just doesn't kill anything. There's no, like, the normal Deso build. It's just not there. So
yeah,
the Hawk can actually just out-heal them. He's just standing there and hitting them with the crit, and they're not damaging him. And this is against the team that has both. They have the tag team as well, right? It's just not enough. He's even taking the tag team damage talent, and still.
Finally, they kill Jarex. I don't know how he ended up over there. Abed. Oh, boy.
This is bad.
One Astral Step charge, still has another. And he gets pinned to a tree. AA Blast, goodbye.
Nice fake out there as well.
Like, got that dead look in his eyes. He's like, I wish I was playing Storm Spirit right now.
Abed thought that Laurel was alone there because the orb just kept flying. Like, he never jaunted it. It was like, oh, it's just a wave clear orb. And then he gets Blink Speared.
Right.
This wasn't a Puck is going to go in and silence you so that Abed gets a chance to figure out what's going on, use his Yules. I actually really like that from Bedboom. That's kind of a mind game, the way they cast their spells by not committing it. They're going to immediately look for their next move. They have Arteezy spotted in a top ward, and again, he's on an island.
Man, Notice has been all over the place. They know that he has to be. Yeah, they have the vision.
Oh, this is really bad news for Arteezy if he gets caught here.
Yeah, the arena to kill all these trees. BKB, and he'll be fine. All right, while we have some time, can we click on the Grimstroke real quick? I want you to look at the portrait and the ult and tell me this is not Monkey King. Just tell me. I want you to say it out loud.
This is not Monkey King.
Okay, just checking. Does that not look like Monkey King?
No,
Am I
it
crazy?
looks like Soulbind.
Really? The ult looks like a Soulbind and not Wukong's command. That's what you're telling me.
It actually looks like a crazy, one of the crazy guys in a circus that is running one of the booths where you can throw... Oh, no, yeah, where you can throw balls at cans, right? He has like that mustache.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
we're going to see the arena. BKB pop by Notice. There's a Soulbind again onto 2 to get the Phantom's Embrace on top of it. And look how fast they die.
Too easy.
Eyeball's dead. Second life for Arteezy. And dead again. Bedboom just dumpstering EG right now.
I mean, they're just better. Like, the last 15 minutes have been all Bedboom. Keep in mind, EG got off to a good start in their lane and had a good rotation bot. But they've kind of run into a wall of lack of damage, right? That's what's ended up happening. Arteezy with his low damage build, like we talked about, Abed behind the curve for what he usually is on this Void Spirit. And Bedboom just have insanely overwhelming damage and lockdown.
Structures are fortified.
So just from a draft perspective, EG might have put themselves in a position here where they had to perform to an exceptional degree in order to keep up the pace.
Yeah.
And BetBoom find 1 or 2 good fights, and all steam of this Dire lineup was just blown right out of it. Now they can just keep pushing through.
Yeah, do they have enough to actually get this side of Rax? They might reset, or they might just go back in. What am I even thinking here? BetBoom. All right, now they reset potentially. Aghanim Scepter on Abed, and that shows you how poorly he's farming. 28-minute Ags.
With brown boots as well. So
is it just Yule's Ags, I believe?
Yeah, that's all he has.
That is not great. Boy, that portrait for Void Spirit looks just...
Looks exactly like Monkey King.
No, it's mirrored for some reason. It looks weird. Uh-oh. All right. Nice initiation from EG, and they get noticed.
Something.
Indeed.
They get noticed.
They get noticed. By us.
Senpai.
By the cameraman. Unluckily for them, Roshan won't be up for another 50 seconds.
It's going to align perfectly with Mars's respawn, so unlucky there for EG. With an earlier Roche respawn, they might have had a go at this.
The dusk is always ready for a fight.
So 11K lead here for BetBoom is, again, if you're just joining us, they have split every series so far, while EG has only won 1 game so far. They're 1-5, and they have to start winning some games or else they're going to be the ones that are eliminated, which I would never have guessed coming into this major.
And EG a lot of the time in big tournaments have been slow starters, right? Like they come in with their ideas. A lot of the time they seem to perhaps not have the best idea of the meta compared to some other teams, or learning about their timing. But in this case, you know, usually EG, okay, we're getting to day 2, we get to especially day 3. This is when this team is hot and like gets warmed up and everything. I'm just not seeing it right now in this game. Like they had a good sequence early on, but aside from that, BetBoom's just... Oh my god, are they just gonna get a
Arteezy pinned to a tree. This could be the final fight of the game if they're not careful. Yeah, that is a dead Viper. Goodbye.
Wicked sick.
Now we have the Orchid, it looks like. And Arteezy's gonna die number 1 here. A blast coming in, the buyback onto the Viper. BKB popped by Dahak, but look at the damage onto Mr. Arteezy. He's forced to fight inside this arena, but again brought down. No buyback for him. And EG...
I'm getting angry about this.
Look like they're gonna lose this game number 1 in... Jarek's pulling Arteezy on the cliff there.
Triple kill.
Just briefly, Arteezy not too happy with it. He's like, dude, that's kind of my thing. And I would think that will do it, but they're not the best building pushers, so this game could be extended.
Phantasm is still running for 20 seconds, and Dahak just got a DD and has a siege creep, so I actually think this is going to go pretty quickly, and Abed can't really do anything about it. We'll see. No glyph available here for EG. This is at least 1 lane. It's pretty fast. Until Phantasm runs out in 5 seconds, they should be able to get the melee. No, he's killing the wave with them. Interesting.
Easy money.
Matters too much.
Dyer's middle
that's going to be the melee Rax.
Gotta pay quite a bit of respect here to EG backing off. You know, they don't have Arena, they don't have mana on the AF Ice Blast, they don't have Phantasm. Just take it easy, spend up your gold, and go again. And Roche also available. They know if they lose a fight there, that will not be theirs for the taking. They're just going to straight go for it. EG... This should be pretty telegraphed now for BetBoom that EG are coming because of the state of this top wave, right? There's just a couple of skeletons here. The siege creep is slowly but steadily killing off the range.
Kill that range, Rax. Yes.
So
kill it.
The boys will hold. The boys are killing.
Well, EG's still not that close to the pit, other than Nightfall right now. He gets the ult off. He's gonna get silenced, like you said, the bane of his existence. And look how fast he drops here. Already at half HP. Is the AA blast. Nice snowball. Ends up saving Abed, but there's the Soulbind again, connecting on the 2, but they're on the outskirts of this fight as Nightfall still limping away. Chaos Bolt will hit as Arteezy will die. His reincarnation was not up. And I've said it before, Cinderin, surely this will end the game. All right, Snowball. Oh, not going to be enough. GGs are called, so no second rush for BetBoom, but they looked fabulous past the 10-minute mark, I want to say.
I know, Morty, but think about
EG tried to come up with some solutions here for the CK. I think the Timbersaw pick the Timbersaw pick made a lot of sense, right, with what they picked it against Mars and CK. Then they end up getting countered by AA plus Puck. I think this hero combination is very, very good against the Timbersaw not going beat.
Oh, Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So, do I keep the light now? Is that how it works?
Oh boy, Dire's bottom tower is getting hit.
Еще ЦК нашли. О, не, по-моему, это коса плюс дум. Да, коса плюс дум.
Далі можна йти за Рубіком. Рубік накидає Грімер, зразу достає Кулінудія. Стінгер, ультимейт по 33-му, але я думаю, що тільки за це заплатить один Стінгер, а не 33-й. Ну от.
You'll never find my horde.
My only regret. Right about me.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Roshan just got slaughtered by the Dire. Double kill, oh man.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. That force field leads me to believe that Dire just fortified their structure.
Almighty money.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh my God! Four in a row.
Oh boy,
He's now
Dire's middle
dominating.
tower is under
He's
attack.
dominating, Rick. Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is fallen.
Oh, Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I restore my connection to the void.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dire's middle tower just took a big beating. It's gone. Oh, not so fast, Morty, because he just mega killed. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Radiant's top tower
Morty,
is under attack.
who was that? Level up and
He's pretty tight. Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, because Radiant just fortified their structures.
Ah, Morty. Can you smell it? The smell of freshly slaughtered bodies.
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Jeez, Radiant's middle tower just got wrecked.
It's only a monster kill.
Regeneration.
Thanks.
This is some godlike stuff. Ownage. Killing spree. Whoa! Wubba lubba dub dub!
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower just got wrecked.
Nice! It's like that song, Blump Blump and Nop Noops, the Noop Noop Noops.
Whew, Radiant's middle barracks. Huh? What a joke.
Those little rascals are hitting Dire's bottom tower.
That should help.
Oh great, Dire's bottom tower just got destroyed. Oh jeez, Morty, they're going after Dire's bottom tower.
Invisibility. I fall to the seven hells.
You were not the object of my quest.
Looks like Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower's fallen.
Haste.
For my coffers.
invisibility.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack!
My enthusiasm is infectious.
Killing spree, whoa!
That boom pick up the Mars yet again. Now their fifth time on the hero, and they pair it with an Io, an EG, Pugna, and they steal the CK away from them.
It's an important still, honestly, because when you look at the Bet Boom success so far, 3 of the 4 wins that Bet Boom have is with the CK. So it is a pretty important to this hero. There aren't enough bans to remove Visage, Furion, and CK, so clearly EG adopted the role. Ban 2, pick the other one, and it's a completely different shift in style from EG to some degree.
And then they scoop up the IO already. Oh, and you've seen any IO pairings that you've had an affinity for so far, or you think the hero's just strong independently still?
Well, I think it was sort of the classic ones were sort of the recent ones were Storm, Lesh.
You really got to pick a hero. You got
Don't know if we're necessarily, well, we're definitely not going to see the Storm. maybe a less carry nice against the illusions. Might not be too appealing though into the Pugna. But even just sort of having that Mars IO alone, just having that ability to sort of be able to combo, bring any sort of carry in off the back of this Mars, finding the setup, because you know he will. When we saw it last game from BetBoom, fantastic Mars performance. The arena was going to be there every time, so having that global presence of being able to bring in a +1 to the team fight it's going to be deadly.
What I like as well with the IO for BetBoom at least is they're doing it in style of offlane as well. You know, they're putting IO Ursa, but they're playing in the offlane together to be aggressive into the enemy carry. They've also done IO Slardar, an aggressive lane. It isn't the IO that you see just holding hands with the carry, you know, farming up the safe lane. It's about being in the face of your opponent. And potentially here, IO Mars, this allows Mars to go for the armlet build. You're just non-stop farming. You leave your lane for like maybe 10-11 minutes with an armlet close to Blink Dagger because you're just farming so quickly with all the sustain and the damage that you have. So potentially just a super solid offlane duo here. Of course, they can easily change things up, but got to look out for the aggressive IO pairings that BetBoom often does.
You mentioned a variety of side lane pairings, but I also am surprised as how Owen was mentioning that how I'm not really seeing very many IOs plus the mids these days. Like he mentioned, Leshrac, it's not as popular as it once was maybe in tour number 1. Why do you think that there's a preference for more IO plus the side lane as opposed to IO plus the mid lane?
I think it's about, you know, Dota in general is about breaking down the resources, and I think I'd happily see a Leshrac here, for example, for BetBoom, because
the Pugna doesn't matter too much.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter too much, and also it's the pacing, right? It's if IO's played in the off lane with an aggressive 3, you can quickly join your mid and make the plays in the jungle, right? It kind of connects cleanly. But when you put IO pairings in the safe lane, you don't really see the traditional mids getting enabled because you're often helping your carry. So I think it's really dependent on what type of team's playing it. Is it your 4-player on the IO? Is it your 5-player on the IO? And also the overall big play style. Teams just naturally shift away. Also, you know, we're seeing these Storms independently playing so well without the need of IO.
Yeah, it's
IO's always good though. That's the best thing. Like, it might not get picked, but it's still very good. Every tournament.
How about Pugna? I know last time I threw a curveball, or EG threw a curveball on you, Owen, with not picking Abed Zero first phase. Only 2 heroes on the field for them so far. Where do you think this Pugna's going?
Oh man!
Yeah, roll it over. I don't know.
Is this potentially not going to be Abed Zero this time around?
It's just Jarek's chief.
You know what I mean? This time they're going to let Abed come out a little later in the draft. I think.
Exactly. I think when you look at Jarek's hero pool during DPC at least, it was Ench, it was Pugna. We see a Pugna. I'm not really going to bat an eyelid, and I'm going to assume it is that. Grim, most likely, wall position.
One of the interviews that I did at the very beginning was with Snaking after they Tundra beat EG, and I asked him how the C patch may have changed things for him. He said they, you know, practiced on it and stuff like that, but they specifically mentioned how EG is doing the exact same stuff still.
Kind of looks like Menes, you know, Menezi from the G2 CSGO player.
Oh, I think it's pronounced Monacy.
Monacy? Yeah, I'm just getting the same vibe.
I just put that together as well.
Sorry, I just completely ignored your point. I'm like, is this Counter-Strike we're watching right now? Huh. Yeah. Sorry, what's your point, mate?
I don't remember. Oh, no, EG's picking same stuff as... how much has the C patch changed for them, other than the fact that nobody's picking Death Prophet anymore?
Yeah, not that much, honestly. It feels somewhat the same in regards to
Do you think other teams have changed more so? Or is it just a unanimous decision that everyone's like, this patch didn't change enough?
I feel like, yeah, you hit the nail on the head in regards to Death Prophet, but like when you see heroes being picked, it's maybe like Grimstroke's up in value, but also I think the Major in itself, the regions combining, it's now opening up more understanding of like Tree being good, the return of like Lina again.
Shaman.
Exact Shaman as well, 100%. So I think it's more just everyone's ideas of meshing together rather than things actually getting good or bad. It's just kind of all the knowledge is now just one room.
Necrophos and Ancient Apparition for BetBoom and EG pick up a Beastmaster for their offlane.
That's a nice little 1-2 from BetBoom because, of course, when they pick the Necro, it's often just in the carry role here. It's one of the Hulk specialties. And then, yeah, you cover it with the AA pick, but EG, they're like, sure, boys, you're going to have this like sustain. We're just going to take down your towers pretty quick. This is a massive change of pace in EG's drafting so far at this tournament. They are strong lanes, and their ability to take towers and just group up early is, you know, tremendous.
Sure, but I feel like BetBoom It's not, I don't think that's going to sort of catch them by surprise here, right? I think that this is a lineup that's
CK here very well.
Yeah, they do.
They're going to be ready to turn up and defend, and you know, we saw in that first game just sort of the two of them between them, the Mars and the AA. They were just every single time Ice Blast was smashing into the face of one of the cores of EG and getting the kill at each and every team fight.
Which, in that line of questioning, do you still think that this? Are you still confident this is a JerAx Pugna? Because I feel like the purpose of a Pugna is to be a medic, and against an Ancient Apparition, your chances of keeping someone alive are not going to be
10
that
seconds
likely.
to pick your hero, you moron.
I mean, I feel like it's just a 5 Pugna.
Yeah,
Everything in me just says it's just a casual 5.
I feel like he's going to die too easily.
The core Pugnas that we've seen just haven't been.
Yeah.
I mean, that we've seen like nearly 0. So it would be a real left field thing.
Although now Abed, I mean, his choices are slim: Void Spirit Band, Puck Band, Storm Spirit Band, Ember Spirit Band. He's gonna need to figure out some. Bulbous is gonna need to pick something for him now that he probably has not played so far this tournament. I would imagine. I think most of his pool has now been eliminated by Beckham.
He's played. What was it?
Well, we've still got the
4 heroes in this tournament so far.
We've still got the good old DK in the pool, right?
Yes, we still do have.
It's a nice little solid one, isn't it?
Oh no, never mind. First phase band.
Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, it was literally the first ban. Never mind.
Baiting.
Just testing you, Tsunami. Good job.
Got him.
He also played Kunkka, and that has been banned out by EG.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a really important ban from EG because, like, what is it? Puck's been banned out by BetBoom, Kunkka's banned out by EG. BetBoom just need a hero that can sit up front, absorb the early fight from this Beastmaster. You don't really want to put your Necro in that position too early before he has the items, because if he dies a couple times, it offsets his timing of true tankiness, and then EG can roll them over. So BetBoom need that mid laner.
Let's get the
to be that hero. I mean, paired with the Io, in that sense, the playstyle will be Mars has to have a good lane, he rotates in, and then Lesh can just join in early on, but it's banned out soon after, so that ban's gone. What is available for BetBoom? They need aggression to give Necro just a little bit of time. Was that Invoker?
Invoker's got banned.
No, Leshrac got banned.
Oh, Leshrac got banned. My bad. Yeah, you're right.
That's right. My eyesight's pretty bad too, don't worry. We're in the same boat.
Picked up by BetBoom.
That's some damage. Oh, if I'm EG and I'm thinking about this like 6-7 minute, let's go poke at a tower.
Yeah, that team fight they're going to bring into the same towers. That's a terrifying fight that BetBoom's going to be bringing.
And now if you're EG, you were wishing you had a Storm Spirit style hero because you want to poke them, waste an arena, and then take the fight after. Because if there's no Mortimer Kisses, no arena, you're laughing at BetBoom and how they take the fight. It's sustain, not team fight and control. So EG, they're looking at Arbed, and like, boys, we've held it too late. RTZ knows there's no Ember, there's no Storm, there's no Void. What are we going to do? Where's our backline jumping, poking hero? Absolute disaster right now in the draft and booth.
Yeah, they got to crunch these numbers quickly.
No, but jokes aside, though, let's look back to...
I was going to say, what other mids have we had from him?
Back in DPC
How
time,
deep are we going?
I'm going all the way back. Most of his heroes have been banned out. Legitimately, the only hero not banned out that he played in DPC was Razor. And that's it. That's the only one he's played.
Not really a backline jumper these days.
I mean, all the bans actually from BetBoom are just on Arbed. Just going to be clear.
Yeah. How do you feel about Tiny, maybe?
Into Necro, you absolutely hate it.
Okay.
But into IO, AA, and Snap, you're going to love it. So it just depends on
pick your poison.
How you pick your poison. But also Beastmaster with the vision and stuff like that. So great suggestions tonight.
Hey. No, but I'm curious, how much has Tiny been affected in 7.31C? Because not nearly as popular as it was in Tour number 2. But still, I'm told, very good.
Still absolutely perfectly fine as a hero. And just to confirm, it is, yeah, a mid-Tiny. But the thing is, the Necrovy Tiny counter is like the carry Tiny, where he enters the fight, you just siphon put, and you kill him up. If it's just like a mid-Tiny, you're just going to be blinking in, you're blowing up the IO, the A, the Snap, based on the vision of the Beastmaster. I joked around needing the Spirit Hero to jump. You suggested Tiny. It is kind of the perfect pick for them, because if they start any fight, killing off an instrumental support on BetBoom, it offsets how strong their lineup is with sustain, and then they can just take the fight quite cleanly. So I like this final pick from EG. It does answer the biggest question that they needed to answer. So yeah, this is a much better position from game one, in my opinion. Like, EG should have a much nicer time in this game.
Any closing reads, Owen?
I think it's actually going to be a bit more rough for EG. I'm a little concerned what they've got going on from BetBoom. We saw what they were doing with the arena last game. I feel that this game, it's even sort of more of a death sentence if you get caught in this arena. If Noticed is able to just trap anybody, they will die. There is just so much follow-up. They're going to be able to turn up, keep control of these early towers and objectives, make sure they don't lose that sort of area of the map early on. I don't think EG is going to be able to run them over. I think BetBoom's ready to stand very strong on the defense.
Yeah, and like we've mentioned, they are no strangers to CK's strategies, but let's see if EG might be able to one-up them and get their second win of this entire tournament with Sunstorm and Synderen.
Greetings! We have a mid-Snapfire. Alert! Synderen?
Alert.
Very exciting hero in the mid lane. She eats lots of Actually, the Mortimer. That's abuse, isn't it? She feeds cookies to an animal. That's terrible.
Not if it's part of its natural diet and it is not against its will. Then it's fine.
Okay, yeah, it does look quite happy. That's true.
It's very happy. I wonder what she puts in them.
Crack in there. So, BetBoom versus EG game number 2 of this 2-game series. EG are now 1-6, I believe, overall. They desperately need
a win. Like, mathematically, maybe not, but in reality, if they lose this game as well, things are looking really rough to try to come back and even stay in the tournament from a 1-7 position.
Look at that face. That's a beautiful face.
It's definitely time to pick it up. I think I like EG's draft with it compared to what they're facing a lot more in this game than I did in game number 1. I think they're making some good adjustments to what I think is strong in this meta. I'm not too big of a fan of the last pick Tiny though. I felt like this was, looking at Abed's hero pool and what they usually play, this was a perfect Batrider game for me. Like, it's just incredible against BetBoom's lineup. Abed could have been a total, like, it's one of the hardest counters to Necrophos. It's great against Mars, against the supports as well. Like, you get a BKB on Bat, you could have rolled it over, but just like last game, we're talking about a hero that wasn't picked rather than the one that was.
Tell me more about Batrider and Storm Spirit, please.
So about Tiny. They're choosing to play this Tiny mid, and as the panel pointed out, the Necrophos matchup can be rough. You can get reperked, but it is the mid Tiny, which isn't going to go for necessarily, at least, the carry build with Shard into, you know, just standard scaling carry items. This might be a burst mid Tiny that will focus more on getting a fast dagger, and after that there's different paths you can take. You've seen dagger E-blade builds, that kind of stuff could be a possibility from Abed. Also, playing together with Pugna does make that spell casting Tiny that bit stronger, right? You can rely on Decrepify for the burst combo. So that's definitely, it's like a glass half full, glass half empty kind of thing, how you look at the Tiny here. It has problems, but it also has solutions.
Snapfire versus Tiny, very interesting matchup. In the top lane, we have Teasy playing the CK, crit on Grimstroke this time, so obviously kind of taking, I mean, they weren't going to probably pick Grimstroke this time around. But for BetBoom, it's interesting. They have so much healing and sustain, and then they pick the AA as something that obviously works well in the lane, and we saw how great Ice Blast was last game, but it would have been really good against them this time around as well. Drags forcing out the Hawk in the bot. So position 1, Necro. I'm guessing it's not really that different of a build versus any kind of core Necro. Synderen, would you like to enlighten me on whatever build they're going to go for?
There's some different options. I think when you're playing carry Necro, you might want to, since your responsibility in game is largely going to be a little bit more of a damage dealing nature, right? A lot of the times off-lane Necros or mid-Necros will go for more defensive itemizations. I think in this game, perhaps the Hawk wants to go Radiance. It is a possibility in the build, at least, maybe not first item, but it would feel really good for him to have that against the CK, to have it in these longer engaged fights and just do a lot of extra bonus damage during arenas. So I think Hood Radiance is something I would maybe consider, but we'll see. He's eyeing up the Hood for now, at least. Jarek's taking a lot of damage down bottom. These double ranged heroes just laying into him.
Of course, when I see Necro, I think Nullifier Synderen, but EG doesn't really have anybody that would want to buy it.
That's a good point.
Like,
that is a very big...
you kind of just force it on somebody at some point, because I feel like it, especially when it's a position 1 Necro, that's kind of a big deal.
CK can definitely buy it. It's not a terrible item for the hero, just because he has the luxury of bypassing certain items that other carries would maybe want to buy more often than not, because he just has all of that extra damage from Phantasm. And he gets naturally very tanky. He has great strength gain. So you can go Nullifier, but it's not going to be your first item, and it's probably also not going to be your second. That means the Hawk will have that moment of opportunity, or that window, And he also has relocate. Let's not forget, like, even if you have Nullifier, you can still reset the fight for your Necro and come back in.
Yep, very true. Jerax playing the Pugna this time around. And we talked about EG standings. BetBoom are 4-3, I believe. They've split every series, so if that continues, then EG, I guess, would be happy, knowing that they're already down 0-1. Wait, I don't want to talk about Storm Spirits. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I was going to do it again, but we're going to hold that thought. I really want to talk about it. Like, do you think they scrim Storm Spirit every game?
No.
Okay. Because, all right, 5-5. Okay, 50% win rate without Abed. And obviously, Abed is really good with Storm. We're not saying that he's not. It's just, it's obvious.
You just wanted to talk about Storm again.
Yeah.
You just can't stop yourself.
Well, I knew production would have that stat ready to go, and I just wanted to give them.
That's
make sure
that's fair.
That ESL, you know, the amount that they're getting paid is worth it. Just got to put them to work every time. Appreciate it. Just keeping them on their toes as always. As Jerax is gonna aggro this wave here.
You know, something we maybe haven't talked about that much. When you think EG, you think strong laning stage, right? As a team in general. Like, this team has been so focused on mastering lanes for years. It's been like a really big part of their team identity as being very, very strong in laning. They're losing their lanes right now. It's not by a massive amount, but the Hawk is going to have a total free time bottom. I think Beastmaster Pugna can't do anything to this guy. He's also playing double ranged, so these two ranged heroes against Beastmaster can fight the Boars, they can fight off the Pugna. So I think this bottom lane is just going to be, I'm going to chalk it up to a loss. It doesn't mean EG have played it poorly, I just think strategically it's a really difficult lane. The mid lane Snap is 500 gold ahead of Abed. So quite a meaningful advantage here for Larl as well.
Okay.
And top Mars is breaking even with the CK. So overall, I think BetBoom, if they knew the game state right now with how the gold is distributed, I think they would be very happy to see these numbers.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it last game.
Oh,
Nether Blast! The Nako's okay. He's gonna pop the Fairy Fire, really playing it on the edge here. Unfortunately, he got speared away. So Neko did end up dying, apparently. Russian roulette there is okay.
That was...
Arteezy dies as well. So a 1-for-1 across the board, but first blood does go the way of EG in that bot lane.
That kill bottom was really fun to watch. It's a shame you didn't get to stay on camera. That was another fight at the same time, but they're basically like poking and prodding at each other, and Jerax gets off the level 2 Nether Blast. So the raindrop of AA was not enough damage block in that trade. He went for the Chilling Touch attack, and Jerax survived, I think, with 15 health and got that first blood, so nicely done. It is still just allowing the Hawk to play one-on-one against Beast, though, so he's gonna just free farm. He is eyeing up Travels. This was the other item I was considering for him, but I don't know if BetBoom were aiming to play that pacing, so to speak, with the Necro, but looks to be Hood into Travels, and then maybe the Radiance is a possibility.
And Larl gets spotted out, and I think they saw him place that ward, possibly, so we'll see if that ends up getting dewarded. So this ends up kind of wasting his time, wanting to make use of this early Mortimer's Kisses, of course. But, I mean, at the very least, Arteezy's not farming, so I guess you'll take that if you're BetBoom. But yeah, we are going to see Boots of Travel. Well, he actually goes for Hood first, right?
Yeah, he has the Hood completed, and he needs that to be able to fight against Pugna, right? The Nether Ward is just an absolute nightmare.
Cookie connection and Scatter Blast. All right, so Larl ends up getting a kill here.
The Hawk is a full level ahead bottom. This is not fun.
Abed finds him. That's the Abatos. Jerax in the area as well. Wants to give the kill to Abed, but he gets frozen with the cold feet. Jerax does end up taking it with the Nether Blast. Like, all right, I guess I'll help. Obviously wants the gold to go to Abed, but no choice there.
This top tower is probably just gone. They're going to overcharge the siege creep. Noticed will pull away the wave. And
so
yeah.
What kind of build are you expecting for Snapfire? I mean, I assume at some point we're going to see the shard and the blink, right? That's usually part of it.
Yeah, there is also the possibility of Larl, like, obviously I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but you know the 25 talent with the little shard and multi-shot is something he could start considering after his initial build-up. Currently eyeing up Boots of Travel on a secondary hero here. If they're both going to go Travels, that is... that's kind of unusual that 2 cores in the same game go Travels as their first major item. But with the way the lanes in the game is going in general, I think BetBoom are just going to get away with it.
We see the 69 production, okay? We see it.
Where is it? I didn't see it.
All right, show it again. There it is. There.
Oh, boy.
Very good. Winner is actually the same. The first roar of the game in the bot lane this time. But see, the Hawk is there with the Death Pulse and a big Mortimer's Kisses. By big, I mean it hit once, at least. Actually, Abed is really deep. I didn't even notice he was down here. Got the Avatos, but now the cooldowns are going to pay. Abed.
He's going to get Reapered here.
Yeah, he is Dunzo one way or the other. The Reaper Scythe will be there. No more extra time in the fountain.
How did Abed end up in there? Did he just walk in and then try to kill the AA and failed?
I mean, he juked us. I didn't see him go in there either.
Yeah, I was like, wait, there's a Tiny here? His team backed off after using that roar. It looked like EG were just trying to bait a rotation from BetBoom. They were really ready, and that rotation, it was actually a good back off, because I think if they had tried to fight, they would have been absolutely destroyed by Larl's Snapfire ult. But yeah, Tiny didn't really get the memo, it seemed.
Indeed. So
we're gonna have the replay here.
BetBoom, and we see the replay of the 69.
That's the important replay.
And then this.
Yeah, he's
already down there this whole time. Okay.
So he's sitting behind the tier 1. Yeah. Then they go for the roar, and he can't connect in on this because Snapfire. Wait.
Oh God.
He's just still there. Oh, he gets scouted out, and I guess he has no choice. Yeah, he tossed away Larl.
Okay. Yeah. That was a. If the rest of EG had committed, it makes a little bit more sense. But he's just kind of stuck there as a result. So yeah. Laurel on the Snapfire, like you said, going for the Boots of Travel. I mean, you kind of talked about, is that too greedy to go for 2 Boots of Travel on the same team?
I think a lot of the time it is, but in this game with how it's going, they're going to get away with it. EG have barely dealt damage to a tower so far. I was talking to SVG about this a while ago, and we were talking about travels versus buying stat items, right? And he said okay, hang on.
The Hawk might be dead. He is completely surrounded. 1 TP on the way. Roar into the Inkswell. No. And he will eventually die. And actually, Snapfire getting caught out now, but there's a Margarina from Noticed. Attempting to just use it as a defensive measure. Soneko trying to slow up Abed as the chase is onto Laurel, but the Spear is going to connect, and the baby Mortimer's Kisses is enough to secure the kill onto Abed. But it might cost, oh my god, Arteezy gets demolished by the Cookie as well. So it's a 2 for 2, but there's the life drain with the Decret, and it looks like he's resigned to his death. So Laurel will eventually die. Nightfall really cleaning up here for EG.
That's pretty good for EG. That's very big. They managed to chain stun the Hawk for so long that he didn't get his 21 charges off. I think if he gets those off, he might start casting a little bit. He'll get a Death Pulse off, maybe get a Reaper. And this could have been very different. So they did a good job layering their stuns and finding that kill quickly. And this was with him going Hood first, right? Imagine he has Rush Travels. He's just dead there on the spot instantly. So at least he has some sort of defensive line. But yeah, what I was going to say was I was talking to SVG about Travels, and he made the really good point of like considering it Midas, actually, for many heroes, right? It's kind of like, since you don't need to buy town portals for the rest of the game, you get that part of the gold back. And your ability to just move across the map faster, teleport to other lanes just to be greedy. It's essentially the Midas for a lot of heroes that don't want to buy Midas. So with that in mind, if you want to think of it that way, BetBoom are sacrificing immediate value in terms of stats for the ability to greedily split push the map and find more farm and scale better. That can be very dangerous against the Beastmaster Pugna strat, but because their lanes went so well, I think they don't necessarily need that net worth right now. This could work out. Reaper.
With the Reaper, goodbye. So that's the second Reaper of the game, and something we haven't really mentioned is, because it's the first time I'm casting this hero after the patch, but that's one thing we should talk about is the permanent health regen that you gain from Reaper was nerfed.
Yep.
From 369 to 246.
Yep.
How big of a deal is that, would you say?
It's not that big of a deal, I think. It's a nice little nerf, but it's not going to dissuade them from running it in the right game. So.
EG occupying BetBoom's jungle. Abed with a toss back into the Inkswell with the Phantom's Embrace, and Necro does not want to auto-attack that, but there's the nice relocate from Force Major, and the Margarina onto 3 heroes with the kisses to follow. Abed is going to be the first to die. Next is Crit. Great turnaround from BetBoom again. Cookie dodged out by Jerax, but the Scatterblast is going to slow him to a crawl. Gets off the Decrepify. Can they even see if they have the cooldowns here?
They don't care.
Yeah, AA Blast is on the way, and boom! Shaka Laka Cinderella.
So that looked like a nice toss back from Abed. Like, they got the initiation they were looking for on the Necro, but the problem is this time around there was an Io on backup. That's what we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like, the relocate is a problem for EG. If they don't instantly burst him and Io is nearby, I love the fact there that Force Major didn't relocate him to base. He just reloaded him 500 range or 1,000 range to the left so that Necro could still rejoin that fight because they knew they wanted to take that with Mars. Just very...
Now the rip from Arteezy. He's going to easily take out Seneko, but you can see Lara with the boosted travel accompanying Dahak now. And the Reaper Scythe not quite online yet. As they're continuing to chase, the cookie is there, and this is going to lead to an easy kill and a tip to follow. He does buy the Echo Saber before he dies, so not a whole lot of gold lost. As the rest of EG, they're about 15 seconds too late here. Maybe they can even go for this. The Hood actually is activated relatively early. The save potential from Io, but is this enough damage to take out the Hockey? Finally gets out the Ghost Rat, and now the heals come through. And again, EG getting punished at every single turn, and another Reaper Scythe for the Hawk. EG just cannot get anything going here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They keep trying to kill the Necro. I'm not sure if that's the way you want to go about this right now.
Notice, didn't even bother using the Mars Arena earlier. Just saves it for crit. Little nice reservation there. And the tier 1 tower is going to fall as well. So this is going to be a 5k lead for BetBoom once they take this out. And things are looking, if continues on this trajectory, this is going to be their first 2-0 of the major so far.
Yeah. Won't be EG's first 0-2 though.
That is true. Almost exclusively 0-2s.
It's gone.
Invisibility.
Yeah, Crit looked pretty unusual for Crit to look that startled as he did there. I think they're definitely not satisfied with this game state, and that's understandable. Like, their moves are just not working out. They're just getting outplayed, they're getting countered.
Yep, another death.
And that would be a free Jack to pick up.
And into an immediate smoke.
BetBoom are playing super fast, just like in game number 1. Like, their lineup just comes online and they start playing explosive Dota. They're gonna try to get Abed. Nice jump. He will survive.
Yep, going south with Crit.
I don't know if Noticed is done chasing here. He does have the
Abed, okay, Scatter Blast connects onto one. There's the Soulbind though. Is Abed using the Horsey to get a little bit extra?
I think they're going to keep going with the Blink here.
Yeah, Abed's going to have to abandon the rest of his team. Crit is certainly dead. You can see Force Major. Look at the aggressive relocate by himself here. He's going to live as Aurora is expended for Nightfall, and this is in such a defensive measure. Scatterblast is going to miss. It looks like Crit might be able to get out, although they might be spotting him very shortly. Look at this juke. There's the Mars Arena. The spear onto Abed. Seneko getting extremely low. It looks like they'll trade that for Abed, and they'll take that any day of the week.
Well, they also didn't Reaper, so if this fight were to continue, the Hawk could just kill Nightfall in the blink of an eye as well. So EG have to back off and get another bad trade to their name. Like, it's really cool to see this BetBoom team play, because you're seeing this clear identity of how they play, and you're understanding why this team is rating a hero like Nature's Prophet Carry so high, because they're just playing so fast, right? They just want to fight, run at you, make moves, combine with each other, connect, make smokes.
Is this not Radiant?
It's like EG are just getting outpaced. Yeah, he's going Radiance and Necrophos.
Hell yeah.
Like, he went for the pipe into Shard. He had 2k gold saved up with the Relic, but he's going for the timing now. It's like, guys, we're owning them. I'm just gonna get online immediately. This is a big damage upgrade for Necrophos to get that Death Seeker going. Yeah. And with the pipe, he protects his team very much so from the Nether Ward and from the tiny damage. So I think EG are just gonna struggle to kill anything now. Io, Mech, Necro, Pipe.
Yeah, and it feels like Tiny is one of these heroes when you play him mid, especially these days. The Avatos is just not enough at this stage, especially when you're not up. You don't get off to a good start and no snowball. Like, I don't know what your avenue to get back in the game is. Obviously, you can buy the Shard, but that's more for right-click carry time. So it's just kind of a strange position to have for your mid laner that, I mean, it feels like he's playing Void Spirit this game.
Radiant's middle tower
almost identical in terms of the actual impact on the game.
Man, you might as well save that
as this Roshan will be taken out.
Guess they put the Aegis on Laurel here? Maybe they put on the Hawk. I don't know, actually. Yeah, let's go to Laurel. Okay.
The Hawk feels...
He's going to be covered by the IO. So the IO will have Mech for him, and he will have Pipe for himself. So I think he feels invincible. It's the snap that's more exposed. Oh, actually just going straight in. Look at this aggression again. Yeah. Like, they just don't care.
Roar, used by Nightfall. And there's the Arena just in range, and he knows he's dead. So another kill for BetBoom. And I have to say, Synderen, very entertaining team to watch.
Yeah, it's like they're playing like the enemy team can't do anything, no matter what. Like they're just they're just relentless. Like move to move to move. Every time we have cooldowns, let's go. Like we're just gonna outplay you. We're gonna outfight you. We know exactly what our lineup is meant to do, what we can do, and they're combining their spells beautifully every time. And I think once again noticed on this Mars is just being integral to finding so many successes for them. So maybe that might be a hero they're not gonna get too many more times in this tournament.
That's a good point. What are the other heroes that Notice play when we cast? I'm trying to remember what offlaners he played other than Mars. This is the biggest impact.
He had a really good Slardar game.
Oh, right, yeah. That was.
I remember that.
All right, gets off the top. Can they actually kill him? It gets mech'd up and connected by Io, but that is not enough to save him. Soulbind onto 2. EG trying to turn this game around. It looks like they're at the very least going to get 2 cores and probably an Io to boot. Notice staying alive for a very long time. But EG finally showing some signs of life.
Yeah, that's a very good move from them. They desperately needed that. Obviously trying to try to get extras, but they ran down rather than left. They get the tier 1 as well, though, so EG pick up 2 cores in a mid tower for nothing.
And BetBoom probably wishing that they had Aegis on the Necro.
If they had Relocate ready, this play would have failed, I think. But that time, Force had it on cooldown. They did use the mech, and it just wasn't enough. Mech and Pipe were used, he still died. So a little bit of a bright point there for EG that they still do have the damage to take down the Necro for now. Even with the IO backup, if they do get to combine all their spells immediately like that and burst him out.
BetBoom sporting a 5k lead right now. And
Laurel is...
I expect the aggression to not stop. Laurel getting close to a BKB as he's going to be spotted out by the helm of the overlorded Black Dragon.
Yeah, he does still have that Aegis for 2 minutes, so I don't think he minds going first too much. You see him playing very aggressively here. He has the read that EG have this ward, so it can't be too surprising. He's just kind of daring them to try to go on him.
Yeah, Abed.
See Abed here.
They don't see each other apparently. Laurel, oh my god, the Blink Dagger with the huge scatter blast. The timing is unreal. AA Blast does connect, the Aegis consumed. Abed kind of left to his own devices over here.
Not too bad for EG. They traded for Aegis plus AA.
That Blink was completely blind. Very fortunate they wasn't caught off there.
So 2 for 2.
No help for it.
Like, again, given the game state, not too bad here. They also buy themselves a lot of time to get Arteezy's BKB, which is big.
I hear a relocate.
Never mind, he might not get his BKB.
Arteezy, he's shotgun to the face, and Reaper Scythe to the back of the head. It'll be a trade across the map, but obviously Arteezy is a very important prize for BetBoom to take, as he is the top net worth for EG. 5k lead now for BetBoom.
He was 100 gold away from BKB. It's understandable, like, you just want to get this one last wave so you've got the job done, but yep, they reload on him and got that kill. Now they're going to kill the Black Dragon top as well, it looks like, for a little bit of extra bounty. Laurel keep running it down with Force, and nope.
Oh, it was taking
the new creep, just barely.
What did he get?
He took a small dragon just so they didn't get the bounty.
What's the ability? Magic Amplification Aura. Wait, it doesn't say how much. Interesting. Tool tips.
It makes them more susceptible to magic damage. That's all you need to know.
Okay, so it could be 1%. Oh, there it is. All right, the status buff icon. 5%. Does that stack additively with more Black Dragon babies?
I don't know. I've only really seen people take the big dragon.
Yes, there's good reason for that.
I like the play from Nightfall there. It's cute. I think you definitely do take another creep just to deny them the bounty. Like, he has it ready again now anyway, so he can get another creep if he wants.
Don't give up the baby dragon. Come on now. You haven't died since you've picked it up. Is that a coincidence? I think not.
You might be onto something.
That's right.
So BetBoom are probably happy to just chill a little bit here. They're going to hit a huge item timing in 2 minutes. Necrophos is pretty close to Radiance. Mars is close to BKB. And Snapfire is going to get BKB in 50 gold. So their lineup gets much, much stronger very soon. For EG, they have their BKB on CK. The Tiny will get his as well. So the nature of the future fights is going to be very, very different. Like, both teams will have all this magic immunity to play around with, and neither team does a particularly great job at killing BKB heroes, I would say.
Baby Dragon's still alive. He's alive. Look at him. While he's been in charge of this army, they have killed a tier 2 tower and no one has died.
He's going to grow up to be a really good big Black Dragon one day.
Let's see. We're going to follow his lifespan. It's usually quite short.
Dire's top tower is under
Why is
attack.
it called Ancient? He's very young.
He's an ancient black Drake. Drake is the baby dragon.
Oh, so these, like, they're still ancient when they're young.
Dire's top
Yeah, of
tower's
course.
under
They're
attack.
born ancient.
Oh.
That's normal.
That's not the definition of that word, I think.
They're born very ancient.
All right, they're going to get out of there.
He died. Nightfall just doesn't care. He has no empathy for the baby dragon. Now, big boy, ancient black dragon, back from the dead. We can get into a discussion whether we think this is the same black dragon or a new one reincarnated, Cinder. That's gonna be.
Let's go with it. Grew up.
Discussion.
It grew up. It's a happy ending.
Oh no, we saw him die though. That's very bad. Is Bet Boom smoked up? Only 3K lead for them. And I'm surprised they're smoking up why the Sacred Relic is naked right now.
Abed
on
Invis
Necro.
broke the smoke on Mars, so EG know what's up.
Are you surprised that they're going with this, considering he has a bunch of dead? He has like 4K dead net worth.
A little bit, but at the same time, it's kind of what Bet Boom do, right? They go.
True. Avatar. Here comes the Mortimer Kisses with the AA Blast. A nice heal from Force Major. He's hooked up to the Mars. Actually takes him away to safety as well. And the Hawk, looking for a high-value kill. Might have to settle for Jerax. Phoenix will now connect to Under RTZ. We see the Mars Arena. And Nightfall will take a spill as a result. So a 2-for-0. And now that this fight has occurred, I assume the Radiance is getting much, much closer. Yeah, about 400 or 300 away.
They're getting massive value out of this IO. Noticed got healed so ridiculously much on that go. I wonder if we'll get a replay of that, but I think the burst heal from IO, that was probably 21 charges plus mech, and then the level 4 overcharge. They don't have enough in the tank to burst Notice there. And the moment he gets BKB off, the fight's just lost. Like, EG have dumped so much on him. They used Roar, they used the CK ult, they used his jump. Or rather, they didn't use the... Wait, did they not use Phantasm on the go, actually? He just used it now, so he wouldn't have had that. So Avatos, Arteezy BKB's stuns, he doesn't have Phantasm. He's been using it to farm, I think. So that was the missing ingredient in that fight. They would have had the damage there. He also got Death Seekered, by the way. So maybe it wouldn't have mattered, as a matter of fact. Let's not underestimate how much that does.
I mean, are we ready to have that combo again about Nullifier? I feel like you're going to need it. He's going to go AC next, it looks like, at least for Arteezy on the CK. I mean, is there any way that you go it on a different hero?
I actually think they should buy Nullifier now.
I agree.
To be honest, I think they're going to run into the problem that we saw just there. If they engage on any core, if they engage on Necro, he's going to get spam healed and relocated out by IO. And if they engage on any other core, that core can just get Death Seekered and healed and they'll not die. So it's definitely concerning right now for EG. Aegis was grabbed by Larl. What am I saying? It's not spawned yet. I'm just in my own little universe. Roche is up in 145. Sorry, I went through a time at... Hello? Anyone here?
Yep. You could buy Aegis back in the day, Cinder. Maybe you're thinking about that from 15 years ago.
That's true. There's 3 charges and it gives armor and magic resistance.
That's
I remember.
Right. Very good item. You'd buy it every game on every hero. Oh, the arena onto an illusion, and Abed's illusion is dead. It just died.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower.
It's gone, but hey, they're pushing.
Okay. EG knocking on the front door.
That's really good damage, actually. They almost got the tower.
I mean, that's a Helm of the Overlorded Satyr. A little bit more powerful than the Baby Dragon. Gonna take the cookie, but looks like he will finally drop.
Speaking of Roche, he's up in 1 minute, Shannon. Thank you for preparing us for the Roche spawn.
Abed's second illusion is just in the mid lane. Just wanted to let you know that, Cinderin.
Yep.
In case you were wondering where that second illusion was.
In case you're wondering who's going to get speared now, it's going to be this one.
Yeah. Very good.
That one was maybe a little bit too obvious.
Fool me once. As Roshan will be, yeah, we're a little early. It's 40 seconds. Unless you want to show the camera there for 40 seconds. I'm for that, actually, if you want. Yeah, a little bit of ways here. But we do have smokes on both respective teams.
Yeah, they know it's Roche time, so this is important. They have paid attention, unlike me, to Roshan.
Phantasm is used.
Laurel break.
At a time.
Stuff he was carrying.
Okay.
this is actually pretty bad news for EG because their Phantasm is going to expire the moment Roche spawns.
Yeah.
So if this turns into a fight and they get jumped, they're missing a very key component to their damage output.
And he's already using it to kind of cut the waves here.
Yeah.
As Jerax is going to be caught out. Okay, the spear actually helps him on his avenue to try and get away. They're not going to bother going for the Reaper's Scythe. It's just the...
I feel like this is just a Roche for Betboom. I don't know if EG can do anything about this. No Phantasm, no Pugna. No, they don't have the outpost either if Jerax wants to buy back. So what they're going to try to do is they're going to force the rotation by pushing in bottom, but Laurel immediately on the money there with his travels, just killing this wave with one Scatter Blast. They're not confident to open Roche though, so maybe it's not going to happen after all. EG with the split push are going to be successful in dissuading that. They might. Do they have a smoke again? No smoke currently on
Phantasm is up
Betboom.
in 10 seconds, Cinderin.
This is really valuable.
That is one thing for Betboom. They don't have the fastest Roche taking team. The only minus armor is coming from Little Shredder.
Yeah.
That is this tier 3. All right. Phantasm illusions are going to be sent in to likely finish it off.
I have to glitch that.
Yeah. Oh, Arena, notice, pops the BKB, but so does Abed. And he TPs out right in the face of his enemies.
And now with Arteezy leaving as well, they're going to push another wave here, and then they might make their way toward Roche. Again, if they want to play that. It is the drawing here that we're seeing from Laurel, so... We got a D-ward here with the gem on notice. I think EG really want to go back down here as soon as they can. Like right now, it's obviously very hazardous territory, so they're not going to go. But pushing in this bottom wave is really their key to defending Roche. As weird as that might sound, that's what's going to stop the Roshan from Betboom more so than being in the area, because I think the fight Betboom are not scared of taking, but they are scared of losing their bottom.
All right, Phantasm, okay, gets that Ghost Shroud, but can't take off. Okay, the Little Shredder's enough to take the Phantom's Embrace off. A nice BKB from Arteezy, basically nullifying the initiation from Notice, who gets roared shortly after. Soulbind is going to hit to 2 targets. As you can see, Force Major with that ult, taking somebody back, it looks like, but a nice Avatos from Abed. They're going to be able to finish off Nodus eventually, but they do lose Arteezy. And now the Reaper Scythe onto Abed, so 2 cores dead for EG, no buyback, and this should leave Roche open. It took them so long to kill Nodus. Feels like they had to blow everything on him, and they just barely even kill him to begin with.
He had huge damage mitigation. Oh, hang on, Jerax finds a solo pick here. He had huge damage mitigation from the Bulwark, and then all the heals in the pipe again. Jerax. Yeah,
and into the Roche pit.
Definitely a huge problem. Once again, it kind of feels reminiscent of game 1 that EG are running into the same problem. They don't have the damage. Like they actually, I think in this game they've drafted in a way more burst in this mid game part of the, in this mid game part of the game, but the IO plus Necro combination is just proving too much of a defensive line together with Arena and the Bulwark. It's just a beautiful lineup from Betboom, really.
And this is going to be Aegis and the good old Shard, which Laurel already has, the Hawk already has, so I assume Noticed will take it.
Delivered a bunch of goodies to the Radiant.
Gets the trail on the spear, and he can hit 2 targets with it.
I feel like EG have to find the IO. I think that's going to be the key to unlocking these fights, is finding IO or finding Soneko on the AA. Like, you need to kill the supports first. Every single time they open on a core, the core gets saved by either the IO relocate or by Deathseeker or both. And the Arena, if they can't find the backline, they're just in trouble. Yeah,
okay, Nightfall gets stunned. The shotgun again. Nicely done. Crit looks to be next. And the Mortimer's Kisses are going to be used to take him out. Double kill for Laurel.
Radiant's middle tower is under
owning today. He was like 13-1 and 18 on Puck or something. Now he's 12-1 and 12 on the Snap.
And he's transitioning towards the right click like he talked about.
Yep.
He is level 22, so 3 away from that Shredder multi-shot.
Grabs the Silver Edge now.
Okay. I'm actually a little surprised he didn't just go Daedalus, if I'm being honest, but a little bit more utility this way as Jerax is gonna drop dead.
Oh, he had a gem.
Oh, yeah, that's rough. 2 gems now on the side of Betboom.
Middle tower's under attack.
13k lead.
They saw Abed.
Aegis is still there for 4 minutes.
They know he's here.
Just trying to cut the wave. He does so successfully, but oh, okay, blink to the other side and pops the BKB. Nicely done. can't ask for much more than that.
Could ask for a storm.
No, he was banned.
Doesn't mean you can't ask for it.
Yeah, next time maybe they have a little friendly agreement. It's like, please, just don't ban Storm. And we just random our bans.
See, the thing about this is we're making it sound like he has a one hero pool, which is just not the case. Like,
that's what makes it more interesting.
Abed plays a lot of stuff, but it's EG's overall macro strategy and how they build their lineups has Abed play mostly a handful of heroes. And in the game today, in this one and the previous one, he's just been shut on really hard. It's not that he is not very
We're having a Storm
capable
Spirit
on these
discussion
heroes.
again?
Yeah, let's talk about Storm. That's a hit song from the 80s.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, even if it's a good strategy, I feel like you become too reliant. And if you're going to play that many matches on Storm, that means you're not... Laurel! Right? He gets off the initiation. He deletes Chris. Jerax is next. And that is two supports going down. BetBoom looking primed and ready. That is the 5th Reaper Scythe of the game.
It's been a while. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen someone play with this much confidence. Like, Laurel is actually just full on. He's just going in non-stop in the puck game as well. Like, he's just he's working wonders for this team. It's funny now that we were talking about Abed. This is what it feels like.
Storm is in fact two people: Raijin, the Spirit of the Storm, and the Thunderkeg, the Elementalist. Very interesting.
I did not know that.
Okay.
I feel like I still don't know it, even after reading it, though.
Yes, I don't know what I just read.
Yeah.
Thank you, production. You can tell when our casts get really boring, they put trivia on just to shut us up. As Abed, that's about the BKB. Obviously, Reaper Scythe was down, but still gets out regardless.
You know who Laurel reminds me of when he's really... Oh, close call there, Nightfall. Good
he's
blink.
belching?
He's gonna get out.
All right, he's belching just all over the place.
You know who Laurel reminds me of when he's really popping off in a game?
Oh boy, Dire's middle
Abed.
tower's under attack.
Yeah,
This is how Abed plays
Arena.
when he pops off.
Okay, he gets Arteezy stuck inside. A blast to follow. Rebuke as well. Nightfall's dead. Arteezy pops the BKB. Will he be able to TP out? Negatory. Arteezy dead again. And Laurel's damage is really starting to show, Synderen. Obviously, the little Shredder already applies the auto attack.
Oh boy,
He is only one level away from the dream.
Destroyed.
I feel like BetBoom are showing that this... We were discussing, okay, what BetBoom are we going to see at this tournament? You know, they played the Eastern European qualifier. It wasn't the long league format, but it was a short, a shorter bracket. And we were thinking, okay, did they make it through on, like, how much did the format favor them? Do they not have the longevity of playing many best of threes or best of twos against the bigger teams? I'm very impressed with their play so far. It doesn't feel like they're dependent on, you know, like some sort of like cheese picks or whatever, surprise strategies. They're just playing super strong fundamentals. They're great at playing lanes. They're very good at playing around each other and playing aggressively and comboing. This is the kind of team that can go far if they pick up steam. So it's really, really good stuff that we're seeing from them.
I agree. And even in, well, maybe there was one loss that was pretty bad. But other than that, the losses have been respectable games as well. Like, not a whole lot of stomps. That's the Hawk. All right. Well, we can't get off the Reaper side. I'm not sure if he even wanted to. Is Chris just going to burn down to the Radiant? Okay. Extra regen for me.
He's now dominating. He's dominating.
What is he at now?
He's level 25.
26 HP regen. Nice, nice.
My God, EG are so far back. They're further behind than I thought. EG don't have a level 20 hero yet. He's 25 on Necro.
Abed, he is in the enemy triangle and he is dead. Jerax is in the enemy triangle, but he's alive.
That was very close.
It's fine. This was a
and EG just trying to find some scraps to get back in this game. I mean, that's a good voice line, actually.
The Hawk.
Uh-oh, Nightfall. Okay, he gets off the roar, but do they have the damage? It doesn't look like it. Notice has come to play as well. And the Hawk is just manning up against a CK, but gonna get hooked up here shortly, I assume. The arena. Yeah. GGs are called. Apparently that was like 10 seconds ago. Didn't even notice because they were still fighting. So EG get 2-0'd again. They've won one singular game this entire major, Synderen. And is it 2 more matches left for them?
2 matches to go. One of them is coming up after this. They need to go back to the drawing board and prepare something better against OG, or they might find themselves mathematically eliminated if they get 2-0'd in that series. Then it's done, I believe. As OG is one of... the teams that they could be fighting with for staying in the tournament. OG, I think, currently 3-5, and EG are now 1-7.
Yeah.
A really rough game.
Це максимально класне. На якій хвилині, як гадаєш, буде? Є в цій грі може бути.
Gotcha!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack!
Ну да, думал, он, может быть, последнюю секунду успеет. Там, кстати, по-моему, понимаю, что происходит.
Alright, Radiant just wiped out the Roshan guy!
Whoa, killing spree! Oh!
Таке відчуття, що він ще в моменті ріфта вже вмирав.
Come on, sprites!
The redress shall be mine.
Don't run off.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? It's a killing spree over here! Oh, jeez, he's dominating! Oh, Rick, he's dominating now! He's dominating!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I should have known.
Hello.
We go?
Tara, tara.
Ha?
I'm done. Man ako.
Okay.
Done. Kasi next, kaning EG ug OG.
EG ug OG.
EG down bad.
Sa par.
They are getting wrecked.
Whoa, Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Wrecked. Getting wrecked.
Get blood from a stone.
It's too damn late. Wait up!
Regeneration.
Too strong. Hindi.
My sprites are with us.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
1080. Delay response time man.
Wait lang siya na.
Oh,
Yep, yep.
Oh, Radiant bottom tower's under
killing
attack.
spree.
Tara.
Bow down. Oh, she accident. It was an accident, I bet.
Go back. Oh no. Roll you.
Kailangan mo mag-roll queue.
Mag-farm ka, roll you.
Bottom tower's under attack.
Zero support plus 3.
Saan mag-farm mag-roll queue?
Great.
Ay, ma-open lang kaya. Na skin. Let's go, let's play.
By the deep.
Ano sa'yo mag-farm mag-roll queue?
Ma-farm man ang roll queue pag ng ano ba, one game no, mag-support ka or hard support, mga nakay 2 games para magpili sa post 1 to 3.
Mo ba?
Tapos pag ma-consume na tayo ng 2 games na mag-post 1 to 3, focus na sa kanila, mag-support or hard support. So kung mag-farm ka, pag support hard support, sila may guys.
Hindi ta mag-atod, please lang. Shit!
Ay na, tara mag-apex na lang. Let's go.
Apat yun, saan ako ng kwan?
Pwede.
I change.
Kailangan de
Mas gwapo para dili mag-usap-usap ang kwan.
Let's buy the deep. Buy the deep.
Magdukan tayo Apex?